alligator's mouth.
But that's the sort of thing.
He is
Kind of thought he was bluffing
in
the whole
trouble. Playing lots of hands.
Yeah, I know, but then so I thought about flatting, but I just...
Joined here by Mike Sexton and Phil Locke in the box. This has been fun so far.
He's basically screaming.
He could have showed me aces, but
Folded around to Toby Lewis.
I'll get there.
On the button, he looks down to 2 queens. Big hand.
On the button, it's a glorious time to get these big hands because people don't believe you there.
Oh, well, this could do it for Robl.
He's got sloppy chips. He's on tilt. This could be ugly.
Oh, he's definitely going to raise. I mean, how can you not raise?
He's going to get ping-ponged here by Team Great Britain.
Yeah, as you said.
First trick, it bluffs him. Then Lewis stuffs him.
That was good.
He just calls here.
That's
that's a little shocking.
That's
I would have
sure.
raised. I would have raised. It's funny. I would have raised and folded to a re-raise. That's the sick thing.
Now Timoshenko's going to come in this pot
For
with
sure.
2 deuces. He's getting the right price to come into it.
I mean, it's possible.
It's easy hand to play. You flop a deuce,
Yeah.
or you don't invest any more money. Just that simple.
Got to be impressed by Robl just calling there. It's almost like he said to himself,
I'm not
they know
gonna-
I'm on tilt. So
Right.
I think the pot's going to be big. I just have that feeling.
All 3 players have pairs. That's something you don't see very often. Pre-flop.
Button in the blinds.
Oh! It's come
Quads,
queen,
full
queen,
house.
9.
Oh my God.
Goodbye, Andrew Robl.
Wow.
It's nice having you here, but
0%.
It's such a hard place to
Some
be drawing
days
your
It's
head
so
from,
hard
isn't
to
it?
flop a full house and be 0%. It's really, really hard.
Wow.
They're both trying to figure out how can I get all the money in. And by the way, Lewis is thinking he has to be bluffing, right? Because when you have quads, you have all cards locked up.
Robl leads right out and bets a full house.
Playing it like...
Well, that's something I would never do in this spot to a pre-flop raiser. I'd let him take 1 stab to bluff at it. Now, obviously, Lewis is thinking he's died and gone to heaven here or something. He just can't believe
But he's
what's
also
happened.
thinking it's got to be a bluff or an ace-9. It just... So
You're
he's
just going to call. You're never going to raise.
he's never going to
this
raise.
spot.
He's never raising this. I mean, it would just be a horrible play.
Until he's last man, last action, probably before he's going to get any bets in this pot.
Yep. And look
Just
at it.
Continue to throw the rope.
These guys are just incredible.
Well,
I mean,
well,
he's
just
done
showed
that
you.
so it doesn't look. I mean, what are they
he
thinking?
raised?
Yeah, why do you raise there?
Well, he's raised here.
I think this is a bad play, but amazingly, it's going to be the perfect play because you get all the money in now. Because
Well, Phil, I mean, isn't it that he's raised here because he's reckoned that Robl will never put him on a strong hand if he does? I mean, it's that.
No,
The
sort
point
of
is,
level.
looks like an ace
raising
queen.
here, you shut the guy out of a straight draw in case he had a jack 10. It
You
makes
know
no
he
sense
can't-
to me. He
it's-
doesn't have a queen.
it's wrong. It just has to be wrong. You can't let the guy bluff anymore because he can't have it.
He's got the only hand he's going to continue to play.
He's just getting very lucky that the guy.
He's got the only hand he's going to continue to play. 9's full. Robl is just very happy
Yep.
that the guy's raised him.
But he's going to probably call because in the end you think if he has a queen he'll bet the turn, no problem. So he's just going to call.
I got to tell
Am
you.
I right? He just called. Yeah. In the end, because it's too big a hand. I think Robl's played it right.
Both players are liable to not even get all their chips in there. They're going to try to out-slow play each other from here out.
Mike, that would be.
This is unbelievable.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't shock me
it?
if it goes check, check on the turn.
Well, I think what's clear is that both these players actually think the other guy has nothing. And
Kind
they're
of.
trying to.
Right.
That's their positive. I mean, is it
Robles
possible?
is hoping that Lewis has a queen. That's what he's hoping for,
Right.
but he doesn't feel it in his bones yet. So he's
Because there is a level here among these young guys on that paired board to the raise that, Robl's trying to represent, a lead with air, and Lewis is trying to represent the pre-flop raiser raising him with air.
Yep. And I think given the way the hand's gone, Toby has to fire like 50 or something right here.
Well, I just can't believe he's betting this hand. In case your opponent's got a straight draw, why would you want
Wow.
to shut him out?
Robles is thinking Christmas time, but it's not Christmas time. It's coal in the stockings time. I stole a phrase out of your book. That was you, Jesse. That was you. I can't.
Robl obviously trying to decide. The bet's 60. Do you go all in? Do you raise? Do you just check and lead the river? What's the best way? What does he think Lewis has here? What would Lewis play like this? Obviously, a queen.
I'm in shock he
maybe.
raised him on the flop. I mean, that's the first thing. I would have never thought the guy's going to make a
On the
call
flop, that was, I
with
think,
any
horrible.
hand. Looks like a horrible play.
In hindsight, these will be the worst 7 minutes he spent on his trip to London when he got outflopped by quads.
He'll be looking at on the airplane ride home in his mind, too.
Oh, boy. Toby, on the other hand.
Still just flat calling.
Well, they're just calling here.
Because he's thinking my opponent might be bluffing.
That's what it has to be. That's what it has to be.
The only thing would make it worse if a 9 comes up on the river.
Right.
Oh, my God.
That was sick.
Can you believe this?
Oh, my Lord. That
Quads
is so
over quads.
sick. I can't believe that.
It's kind of unfair.
Oh, my Lord. So now he's like,
Oh, my God.
he's like, wow, my opponent can't have queen 9. Hopefully he has queen 5, you know. Or
Well, Toby must be thinking, geez, what can this guy have to be calling with all this way?
One thing we know for sure, just in case he checks it, he is going to get a wager.
I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
no, me either. This is a first for me. 10 years of cards.
Well, he's moved all in and quickly called and let Robl turn up his hand first. 4 9s
They
against
can't
4 queens.
believe
Look
it.
at Timoshenko's face.
Look at Toby Lewis.
Look at Timoshenko. Look at Timoshenko. Look at Timoshenko. Look at Timoshenko.
That might be the most weirdly played hand in history of poker. One of them, certainly.
Poor.
You know, the whole crowd is just completely shocked.